Welcome to D Adenture.
Hey.
I'm Rob.
I'm Jody. And this is Teddy.
Hey, buddy. Today's video is going to be a little bit of a backstory on the different type of campers and RVs that we've owned and why we bought each one at the time that we bought it. We mentioned in one other video, I may have edited that out, but we had 3 in 1 year.
Yes.
And
2016, we had 3 campers
yeah.
at 3 different times of year.
But that's life, right? So what we want to do is we want to kind of talk about it from the beginning and go through the RVs. But actually, we didn't start out in an RV, you and I anyway. When we got married, we didn't own one. We both had previous RVs, and so we bought a tent. And
you know, it's better than nothing, I guess.
Yeah, well, we didn't know if we wanted to do it or not together, because we did so many other things together.
Right.
And didn't know if we had time. So we bought a tent, and we went down to Babu's.
Mm-hmm. In Coralville?
In Coralville?
Yep, Coralville, Iowa.
In Coralville Lake. And
Mm-hmm.
Baba's Bar and Grill, I believe it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Really nice place. If you're ever in Iowa, make sure it's in the summer.
Yeah, don't
but if you're ever up here and
cold.
you need a nice place to stay, check it out. Baba's Bar and Grill in Coralville.
Mm-hmm.
It is a really nice campground. I think the pricing was good, around $35.
Yeah.
Really nice place.
We've never stayed there with our RV yet, though. We need to do that.
Yeah, we have to go back with an RV, because we went
We've only
in a tent.
stayed with our tent.
Yep.
But it was nice. It was really nice.
We had a boat at the time. I had a small little speed boat, so that was nice to get out on the lake and run around that, but
I think you got pulled over in the lake by the DNR for going too fast in a no-wake zone.
It was a small boat, It didn't give much weight.
It was a speedboat.
Okay, anyway. We'll edit that part out. So,
no.
Anyway, they had a band playing, I think, on Saturday night in the bar. The food was awesome.
The food was really good.
So it's a great place. You need to check it out. So anyway, that's how we started. We started out in a tent. And then I think we went one other time at Miller Riverview Park.
Yeah,
and
that was the spider day.
Well, yes, there was spiders, but
lots of spiders.
We had, there was a bad thunderstorm. Remember that? And we came home. Because we were worried, we were worried about the weather, obviously being in a tent.
Oh,
so,
were the spiders another time?
Yeah, that was actually later.
Okay.
But anyway, we came home, which we don't live very far from that campground, but we came home because we were worried about, tree limbs and everything falling. So, at that point, we kind of decided, we want to get up off the ground. And so we went out, and we didn't want to spend a lot of money at the beginning, so we bought a Class A, I think it was a 1986 Fleetwood Player, 28 foot. And I knew going into it that it was needing work. Everything that it needed, I was prepared and able to do, except for the outer wall. So delamination was a new word for me at the time, and I quickly found out the expense. Teddy's being a little brat here. He wants to be part of the video, I think. But anyway, it was a very expensive project, and so I decided we replaced the flooring in it, and we used it. I mean, don't get us wrong, we used it. We had a Jeep that we pulled behind it. Mm-hmm. It was a pretty cool setup in that regard, and so I decided to get rid of it and just basically get my money back out of it. And so then we decided that we wanted something new, so we didn't have the delamination problems and so forth, but yet we still wanted to stay small on our budget. So we bought a 16-foot.
Mm-hmm.
It was a 16-foot toy hauler. I won't say who it was made by. I won't mention their name. And, I want my video to be positive, so we won't go there.
You better tell people what toy hauler is, though. I bet there's some people that have no idea
Okay,
what
a toy hauler is essentially, the same as any other RV, with the option of being able to take your toys with you. In our case, we had a motorcycle at the time, and we were able to put the back ramp door down, drive the motorcycle up into the living space, basically, and then, put the ramp back up, go to our destination, pull the motorcycle back out. Where the motorcycle was, it had like a couch that folded out into beds on both sides of the wall, and you end up with a king-size bed all the way across the width of the trailer, which was really nice. It was a nice bed. The mattress wasn't that great, but it was, it worked.
Yeah.
Went from that, then I decided that we wanted a little more space, and I had seen some motorcycle loaders that went into the back of trucks, and then I also saw like a show hauler type bed, and I thought, why I couldn't combine the two of them and build a show hauler bed for my dually, carry the motorcycle back there. Yes, it won't be inside, but we gained a lot more living space with a little bit bigger trailer, but still not having too big of a budget. Mm-hmm. And so it was a Rockwood. Forget the exact model. I'll put that in the video later. But it was a 26 something. Anyway.
And I don't remember.
It was really awesome. The bathroom took up the whole back of the camper, and it was super nice. Especially when you want to lock your wife in the shower. It was great for that.
Yeah. The wife who's very claustrophobic, on my birthday, no less, locks me in the shower.
Yeah, it was a mistake. I always, out of habit, always made sure that when I shut the shower door, I, locked it so that it would not swing open.
Right.
And
so when you're driving along, the door doesn't fly open.
Right. With my hearing loss, I couldn't. The shower was steamed up. I was trying to talk to her. She was taking a shower, and I needed to go, so I needed to talk to her. And so I opened the door so I could see her and hear better. And so when I shut the door, I locked it.
Mm-hmm.
And left. So she gets done with her shower and
couldn't get out of the shower.
Yeah, so
I had to shake it until it came open. Because being claustrophobic, I was not staying in that shower. I didn't care if I had to break the door down. I was getting out of that shower.
Yes, and that was something I will never live down.
Nope.
But so anyway, we loved the camper. It had an outdoor kitchen. I really liked that. The only real downfall to that, and I caution a lot of people, you need to check into this when you're buying one. A lot of designs, or floor plans I should say, have the bed in the front, and they'll have an entry port on either side of the bed, and usually a wall in between, which serves as a divider, and also the entertainment system is usually out on the outer wall for the living room. The problem with that is they pack that in there, and you go and you jump into bed when you're looking at these RVs and you think, wow, hey, this is fine, it's a queen size bed. Just double check, because as we found out, I'm 6 foot and I'm not overly tall, but my feet were up against that wall at all times, and therefore I always felt like I was cramped in there. Mm-hmm. I hated to sleep in that camper I did. Mm-hmm. We would come back home from a weekend and I would be so exhausted because just wasn't sleeping.
Yeah, everything else was great about that camper though.
I didn't foresee that as being a problem, but it ended up it was a huge problem. After that one, I decided that I wanted something that would be able to haul the hot rod project that I'm building, and so we stepped up in size to the overall length was 37 foot 3 inches. I think it was 33 or something like that long. But it was a wolf pack.
25 pack 12.
25 pack 12.
Which would be like
It had
27
a
feet.
some of the things about that we really liked. It was a really tall ceiling. We liked that.
Or a travel trailer. That was a travel trailer.
Yeah, it was a travel trailer,
Toy hall.
and we liked that. It had we had the party deck installed on the back, so it had the rail that went around the back ramp door, and the ramp door was set up into a deck with a cable system, and that was phenomenal. Really loved that. We would sit out on the front porch. I mean, we went to the races one time at Earlville, just as an example, and we had it down, and there was race cars. It's a drag strip, by the way. There was race cars right next to it. And we sat out there and drank coffee while they started working on their cars and started the cars up in the morning. I mean, I'm drinking my Monster and you're having your coffee and we're smelling the alcohol coming from the cars.
Yuck.
For me, it was awesome.
I don't like
it. But in other cases, you know, just being on a quiet camp site with the river or something and opening that deck and overlooking it was awesome. We really, really liked that. And so when we went to upgrade to something that we now could live in more full time, you know, it became a struggle as to what we wanted due to that. We love the toy hauler concept, and I challenge anybody out there who has a family, especially, to, you know, at the very least, go look at toy haulers, even if you don't have toys to haul. And the reason for that is, with the Happy Jack bed systems in the back, you know, you end up with a lot of space back there for your children. It gives them their own private space. And, you know, you get anything from 8-foot, 10-foot, 12-foot, 14-foot garages. So depending upon the number of children, and you could divide that space. You know, again, if you're not hauling toys, you could divide that space and give them each a little area.
Some have bathrooms too back there, which is awesome if you have, you know, families that you're traveling with.
And then you also have, you know, with the party deck, it just basically, it gives you another, I'm going to say, you know, probably 10 by 10, not even 10 by 10, 8 by 10, you know, with your ramp door, whatever size that is. It just gives you more living space, because now you're able to walk out there, sit on your deck, and whatnot. If you have a dog like we do, that was pretty awesome, because we could get him outside. You know how dogs are, they like to pay more attention to other people, and you know, it doesn't bark or whatnot, but if you have a dog that they like to dig and so forth, or pull rugs out like he's doing right now.
Yeah, he's being a little pistol.
You know, so it was great for that, you know. But I challenge you to go out and check out Toy Hauler. It really comes down to what you want. The problem for us was to get the kind of living space and get king-size bed, a king-size bed. We were finding that we had to go out monstrous, and we're talking 43-footers to get what we really wanted in it. And we didn't really want to get that long. We didn't think we needed that much space, for one, but number two, it just, the size of the truck goes up. You know, you're going to have a much larger truck to pull a 43-foot toy hauler that can, you know, handle up to 22,000 pounds. So, yeah, just check them out. They're a lot more useful. You know, you could have a workout room back there if you're just a couple. You could have an office back there. You know, if you need to work from the road.
There's a lot of options with the toy hauler.
Yeah, a lot of options. But we actually turned our toy hauler section, the garage section, into our bedroom. Because once again, the bed had more room up front. It was built exactly the same as the other one, and I thought I learned my lesson.
We did.
Well, I thought I had, because there was actually some room between the wall and there. But
it was bigger.
It was just slightly bigger, but just something about that design, it just doesn't work for me. And
it doesn't.
Anyway, the front bedroom didn't work for us in that one either, so we moved to the back bedroom, and it had the Happy Jack bed. So we were able to lower the bed down, and you know, that way we could get into bed, sleep, and then once we were done, we could raise the bed up and we were able to keep the bed made. We didn't have a
Yep.
So anyway, just check them out if you haven't thought about them. They're awesome in a lot of ways. At the end of the day, again, at 43, 44 feet to get what we wanted, just didn't work for us. We learned from our past mistakes in buying things, and so what we did was we sit down, we wrote a must-have, what we'd like to have, and the deck was on that we'd really like to have. And there's a couple of open range floor plans, or at least one open range, and a few others that had decks, or party decks as we call them, patios. But each one had like a queen bed with a really small bedroom, or something was really off, because on our must-have we had to have a king-size bed.
Definitely king-size bed.
Yeah. The bathroom, it didn't have to be spacious, but it needed to be adequate.
Well, at first, I think it was spacious bathroom, but then it was more so ended up I wanted a larger shower.
Mm-hmm.
The shower was more
the
issue, right?
Yeah. But a lot of times you'll find them in the floor plans, though. They do a great job with the shower and the sink in there. They put the toilet in a way that just totally, ruined the whole bathroom. And so you have to look at all that when you make that decision and say what's most important. I mean, obviously you don't spend a lot of time in the bathroom, but it's quality time. You go in, you don't want to have to feel like you're, squeezed into a shower and whatnot. We both can get in that bathroom in this one at the same time. I can be showering, you can do things at the sink. We both can't stand in front of the sink, but that's fine.
Yeah. It takes him all of 2 minutes, and
yeah,
it takes
I
me
don't
a
have
little
much,
bit longer.
In the form of hair work to do or anything. So
hair work, love it.
Yeah, blow drying and all that. So
straightening it.
But so we made those lists and we went through them, and there were some features on this one that we weren't sure we had to have, and wasn't even on our list, and that was the auto level system. And well, is that a priority now?
Yeah, that's a must-have now.
Yeah, we moved up to the must-have list, and we would have liked to have had a convection microwave. That was something that was on our must-have list that we ultimately ended up compromising on, because there is ways around it. There's toaster ovens. We have a lot of counter space in this one, which is nice. So we have the room to put a toaster oven or something in. What we ended up doing, we had bought one of these Pizzazz Plus. You may have seen them. They have basically a turntable that goes underneath of a heating element, and you can cook pizzas and breads and different things on it. And so she rightfully pointed out that space was a concern with a pizza oven or a toaster oven or anything like that, So this is really small, it's more compact, and we bought it and we tried it, and I'll do a review. We'll do a review on that at some point. It worked awesome. We're really pleased with it. And it'll take up very little cabinet space, and it'll be, for multiple uses, such as, making biscuits or doing pizzas or whatnot. So, again, when you're RVing and living in a smaller space, you have to look at things that have multiple uses, and that's definitely an item that has multiple uses. You just picked up some collapsible vision cups, and so that takes a lot less space. So anyway, that is why we chose the RVs at the time. I know there was some friends of ours who were in a little bit of a wonderment as to why we were changing, but life changes, and sometimes you just gotta roll with it. And right now, with us wanting to go into full-time RVing, we actually did like our gray wolf. We would have kept that if it was just going to be weekend camping, or even a month long or something.
Yeah, it just wasn't a livable
RV
though.
Yeah, it wasn't. For one, because you do have the garage and everything in it, and it wasn't that long. Like I said, it was 33 feet with 12 foot, yeah, 12-foot garage.
Mm-hmm.
So we had actually less living space in that than we did our 26-foot Rockwood.
Right.
And there was no place to sit and kick your feet up and just relax on a rainy day. We chose to upgrade to this 33 IK Cedar Creek Silverback, and we're really happy that we did.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we really like it.
Yep. So that's all for this episode of D Adenture. I have a couple more videos in the works. One is we're going to go over some of the key features that we really liked about this unit. In another video I will be making soon, we'll do some reviews of different products that we have either purchased recently or have already owned that make RV life a lot easier. And then we are starting on the downsizing. We've been doing some work in that regard. I have some videos I'm starting to make, detailing that. But we've still got a couple of big decisions to make as far as the house goes, and we'll get into that later. But so be sure and subscribe and like our videos, share them. You never know who's out there that is searching for something in life, and we stumbled on some videos, and now this is our adventure. So like them, share them, and tell people about our videos and our lifestyle that we're going to be pursuing.